My name is Ronnie, and this has been a long time in the making video about my studio apartment. It's a studio loft apartment, and I've been here for 4 months, but I'm gonna say I've been here for 2 months because the 2 months in quarantine don't count because I couldn't do any decorating and things like that. Not much. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in downtown Atlanta in a very historic area called the 4th Ward. I actually live about 2 blocks away from Martin Luther King, where he grew up. So it's a very historical area. You don't know me yet, but you should know that I am a history major. So history is my life. I love it. So just to live in his neighborhood, I can't even tell you what that feels like. I wanted to show you what a studio apartment in downtown Atlanta in the 4th Ward looks like and how I decorated it and made it my own. I paid $10.25 for 600 square feet. I am in a high-rise building, but it is an older high-rise. I am in an old remodeled nursing home, which was a huge selling point for me. I know that's weird for some people, but when they told me that it was a historic building, it was like, okay, sign me up. When they told me there might be ghosts here, I was like, sign me up. That's all I need to know. When you see my door, you'll be able to tell that this was an office once upon a time. So I'm gonna get to showing you my place and hopefully you love it. I haven't finished decorating it, but I've done a lot. So enjoy.
You get me so high.
This is what you see when you walk in. I just have a cute little picture hanging up. A couple mirrors that I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put those in the apartment. But we just have my entryway where I put some shoes that I wear the most. So if you were coming in and you had made a left, you would have went to my kitchen. And this is it. I told you earlier that it's a studio loft because it has loft elements. One of the major things is the floor, concrete floors. So if you walk in, I have a pantry, which is really great. Huge pantry. There's nothing really in there to see, but you know, canned goods and such. And at the bottom, vacuum, broom, pretty boring, pretty basic stuff. One weird thing though, if you notice, the appliances don't match. Normally that would really bother me. I have a slight case of OCD and not having matching appliances would really get on my nerves, but for some reason, because of the colors in this kitchen, the lighting, which I love, it doesn't really bother me. It seems to blend. A couple magnets just of some places that I've traveled. These magnets here actually came from my grandmother's old house. She had them on her refrigerator, and I just keep them because she always had them on there. She either had them spelled out as mom or spelled out as wow, and so I always have some variation of that spelling. I just try to keep that there to remind me of her. Here's a picture of my mom. And then what I just try to get done every day, I try to work out, I try to take a class of some sort, and then any self-care. This is my old business card. I used to do live music. Still, I will be doing live music again here. Just, you know, basic things, stove, microwave. One weird thing. So I told you this is a historical building, and I love historical buildings, but as much as I love those things, I still get the creepy element of it. So old building, you don't know what's crawling around in the wall, so I keep my dishes covered up just because I haven't seen anything. But you know, like I told you, I have a touch of OCD, it's a touch of creepiness in this building, so you know, until I feel comfortable, that's where my dishes are. Come over here. What I also like about this kitchen is there's a lot of open shelving. The shelves are opening because, like I said, I still get the creepy factor, and I like that I can see, you know, what's going on. I like that I can see that there's nothing going on, if that makes sense. My silverware, I have it out right now. I don't have it in the drawers. I probably never will have it in the drawers, but I probably will get, you know, like one of those silverware trays that has a lid. Now, let me tell you the weirdest thing that the property owners did. Now this is I call it an apartment, but it's actually a condo. And what my property managers did, when I saw pictures of the place, right here, there was actually an all-in-one washer dryer. For whatever reason, they took that out and they put in a wine cooler. And they covered up the washer dryer hookup. I have no idea why they did that. That was their preference, whatever. But I will show you later how I have fixed that for myself. There is washer and dryer in the building, but so anyway, coming back, you have to come into the door and made an immediate right. came around the little corner. You have my bathroom. Nothing too special, just standard bathroom. One thing I hated about this bathroom when I moved in was the floor. I was gonna actually ask my landlord if I could paint the tiles on the floor all white, which would have improved her value, and I'm pretty sure she would let me do, but then I ended up finding these bamboo mats on Facebook Marketplace, and I think they do a pretty good job of blending everything together. Come around here, just have a little storage area, my perfume, another little plant, and I just keep like extra toiletries and things like that in that bamboo cabinet. This shower curtain I had before, and I thought it would look nice in here because of the colors, but I actually don't like it that much. I think I'm going to probably buy a white shower curtain or maybe a light gray shower curtain. I'm not sure. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I just have my little stool that I use when I want to sit down if I'm doing my hair. When me and my friend were moving in here, we actually dropped this whole cabinet in the middle of the street in downtown Atlanta and the door broke off. So I tried to get the door, or get the parts to repair the door, but they don't sell them anywhere but IKEA, and because of the quarantine and everything, I can't get in touch with anyone online or on the phone to order spare parts. So for now, I just have this little cloth here covering just what's towels and like some extra toiletries. And that basket up there, I accidentally took from Claire's. And I have some scarves in there, if anyone recognizes that purple basket. And then up here I have a garden hose. I had it for a different project and I just threw it up there. And for some reason, I like it up there. It makes me happy when I see it. I don't know why. But yeah. Right here I just have a couple of essential oils. And then on my sink, I actually keep my jewelry. I just started keeping my jewelry in my bathroom. I'm the type of person, if I don't see it, I won't wear it. So I used to have this case in my closet, but I would constantly leave the house completely dressed and forget to put on any earrings or anything. So I said, let me put it in the bathroom so that I see it and I remember to put on my jewelry. And ooh, my mask. Not a funny addition to life. And then up here I have my calendar. I keep my calendar in here just because I find when I'm like getting dressed or getting ready that's when I do my most thinking. So I'm like, what bills do I have to pay, or what do I have to do today, or you know, what's planned this week. So I keep that right here. What you saw in the beginning of this video, and that is the common area. And I want to show you how I broke up my space. This from and made separate living areas. And then if you come over this way, we just have my coffee table. I hate this coffee table. It's a basic IKEA coffee table and it's too big for the space. So eventually I'm going to replace it with something. I want something small and round. Right here we have my old IKEA rug that I've had forever. I actually got this from a friend. The friend that gave it to me was one of those friends that gives you something and then talks about the fact that you use it. So one day I took a picture and put it on Facebook and it had the rug in the picture, and she called me and was like, is that rug I gave you a long time ago? And so ever since then I'm like, I don't even want this rug anymore. Right here we have my little, I call this my little remote control table. It's just like a little hard surface I made to hold my remote control on my phone. And it was wood. I just covered it with rose gold contact paper and I like it. I think it's just cute. I have my little charger stuck in the couch right there. If you come over here, you have my TV stand. I actually got that off of Let Go or OfferUp, I'm not sure, a long time ago. It is so heavy. Hey, this is not mine. I am about to try to change Coco's litter. I'm about to try this whole pellet bedding thing that I heard about. Works so great, and so that's for another video. We have my little mannequin that I got from a store that was closing years ago. A little plant. Candles, I always have candles burning. My Xbox. I sit and play Tetris. I know that's so lame, but that's all I play on there. I play Tetris and I write music, and I love it. My TV, Roku, however you pronounce that. Some cards from my granddaddy that I keep up there, so I'm just always thinking about him. He lives in Florida. One of my mini fake plants. Doesn't it look real? I have a couple real plants around the house because I was like, let me try. It's going well in some areas and not so well in others. But anyway, over here, my favorite part of the room. These are some butterflies from my grandmother's house. One fell behind there. She loved butterflies. And then I've got that sitting on one of my drawings that I did in college. So, like I said, this is a studio loft, so it's one big space. I found these awesome bookcases on Facebook Marketplace, and they were just beautiful. They look different than any bookcases I'd ever seen, and they actually look like walls to me. So when I saw them, I had to get them, and that's what I did. I got two, and then I had an old bookcase that I just put in the middle to make the space longer. And I'll probably do something with that middle bookcase eventually, but right now it works. And on top of each little shelf, I have either a quote from somebody I really adore. This is Angela Davis. Oh, my heart. If I could transform into another living body, like be resurrected, I would come back as her. Some magazines. These are actually old magazines, but they're when I look at a magazine, if I really love it or I love the cover, I'll keep it. This particular essence has Erykah Badu. She is one of my favorite singers. And who I really channel when I'm singing, so these, I just try to keep the ones that I really enjoyed reading. Now here's one of my real plants. It's trying, it's doing better than it was, but you see the leaves are a little bit yellow, but I'm trying. I got some potting food. That's what all this like little white fuzzy smokiness is in here. It's potting food, and then I mixed it with water and aloe vera, and so it's trying to come back to life. This actually was a bamboo or some type of plant. They said it was a bamboo plant, but I think it was something different, but it was long. So I had to cut the stems and make it a short plant, and I'm trying to bring it back to life. And then down here I have just some more drawings I did in school. I'm not an artist in any way, as you can tell, but you know, I did them. I did the work. And then I dropped the class, but I still have the drawing, so you know, they had to make sense somewhere in my life. And then come over here, that's just the contact paper I told you that I randomly put on things. Using this bookshelf as a desk. So, I mean, when you're in a studio apartment or a small space, you have to make the most out of your space. So, it works. You know, I have my little chair, a little extra blanket, my computer, or my keyboard down there, and it's perfect. Over here on the second shelf, we have my degree from Agnes Scott College. Hello, Decatur. Where's Greta? History. Any Scotties out there? And then we have another drawing I did in one of those art classes that I dropped from Agnes Scott. 2 hours long every day for what? I don't need to sit and draw for 2 hours long. Dang, I'm not gonna do a history lesson because I want to. It's in my heart to, but I won't do it. So anyway, some more candles, and then here is my DJ board. I wanted to be a DJ 2 years ago. Went out, bought the equipment, played with it for a couple days, and put it on the shelf. That's how far I've gone. But I still want to do it, so I'm leaving it out so that I walk past it every day and motivate myself. And that's kind of what I'm doing with this yoga mat, though I just bought that recently. I am going to start doing yoga. I did 1 day, well, no, I did 2 days of 30 days with Adrian on YouTube. The first day was amazing. The second day, I could not even make it through. So I am going to start over. I am going to try again. I am coming back. Yoga with Adrian. I am going to succeed. This is Coco's favorite little toy. If you know anything about cats, they don't play with the toys you buy. So I do better with putting a bottle cap on the ground, or you know, a stick, and she'll play with that before she plays with toys. But this particular toy she played with, and this bug, her little baby bug, she plays with. Those are the only 2 toys she plays with. So, and then over here we have just another huge plant, another fake plant. That's why it's doing so well. And my success plant, look at it. This is the most successful plant I've ever had, and my first real plant, and it is doing lovely. It was this little when I got it, like this little, and look at it, it's growing. But I hear these kind of plants grow and you don't barely have to do anything, so you know, I'm still gonna pat myself in the back. And then here's some more quotes from someone else I love, Nikki Giovanni, and just some things that she said. These are not from her poems, these are actually things that she said. I watched her on Facebook the other day, this group called Girl Trek, and they did an interview with her and Angela Davis, and you know I had to be there. And one thing she said when she was talking, and she was talking about having self-esteem, high self-esteem, and she was saying that you need to say to yourself every day, I'm wonderful. And she said, just keep effing saying it. And so I said, you know what, I have to put that on my quote board, because it's true. Just keep saying it till you believe it. Okay, let me go back around here and show you how I deal with not having that washer dryer hookup. So behind this mirror, so if you're here, you can't see anything. So if you come around this corner, I've actually made a little fake laundry room. So this is what you would use if you live in a unit and you don't have a washer dryer hookup, like I don't, then this is what you want to have. This is a washer dryer, or excuse me, a washer that hooks up to the sink. I have mixed feelings about it, and I will definitely do a video for you, because I know that some of my people out there need this. I know that you're living in an apartment, you're having to take your clothes to the laundromat, and it is nothing like you want to be living. This is a cheap alternative to a huge washer dryer or a traditional washer dryer, and it's a lifesaver. Come over here, we have my closet. I could have made the closet a tiny little bit, to be honest with you. I was actually going to make some stairs coming off from the left. You go in, you go up, and you go up into a bedroom, and it's like a whole cubby hole thing. When I first moved in, that was one of my ideas, but I was like, yeah, that's a lot, and you know, I don't want to be that closed in. So this area right in the beginning of my closet, this is where I have to keep my cat's litter. There's no other place. So I also felt some kind of way about it being all around my clothes, so I ended up building just this little section just for Coco out of some, I guess you call it plywood, that I had. And her litter, I read once that cats actually enjoy jumping up and going down to their litter, so I bought this little container. I had like a regular litter box situation, but I bought this container, and I cut a little hole at the top so that she could jump up and in, and she's loved it. I've had this for years and she's loved it. I'm actually going to be changing her litter around soon to one of those sifting litter boxes, but I'm going to make it out of one of these as well. So wish me luck on that. Just a bunch of clothes. This top, okay, I have this top up because it reminds me self-care. I actually did a photo shoot in a hair show for a friend, and this was the shirt that I had to wear. Look at that falling, because it knows it's evil, but this was the shirt I had to wear, and it was such an awful experience, and so I had that there just to remind me to put myself first. Come up here, I just have my purses. There's small purses in that little basket over there, and then I have my laundry stuff. Over here we have what is going to be my vision board, okay? Next time you see this room, should you ever see it again, this should be full of visionary things. You know, it's empty right now, but it's not empty in my head. Okay, I got some thoughts. But anyway, then we have some shoes. Let's move this thing out the way. Let's just throw it out the way. Got some shoes, my little t-shirts, sneakers. Got more t-shirts. And here's just random things. I think I have, yeah, leggings in here. Some sweatpants over there. Come over here, I have just more shelving for more clothes. Things that I sleep in. It's my dresses and my blazers and my coats and my hamper. This is a basket of things I'm going to donate that I can't fit anymore, that I keep trying to fit. I keep holding on to them, thinking I'm going to be a size 2 again. It's never going to happen. I'm just going to let them go. Like my friend said, just get them out of here. Up here, I have Coco's carry-all, my hats. And back at the door, I just have some more hats. But if you come back out here, damn shirt out the way. It's a nice shirt. Let me stop tripping. It's nice. I'm gonna wear it again someday. Come back out here, and we come over to the right, and you come out to my balcony. You can see there's a little clear covering over the patio door, and that is so I can keep it open and no bugs or anything will fly in. And then I have this little gate so that Coco can't go out on the patio. I used to let her go on the patio by herself. One day I walked away, came back, and she was up on the ledge. How high we are. I almost had a heart attack. So she is not allowed out there anymore unless I'm standing out there with her.
Need a dose of your potion just to get by. And you get.
Now, if you look over here, right where my finger is, I'm pointing towards Martin Luther King's house. And this is where I just stand in awe. And then we have Wellstar. What's really cool about living across the street from this hospital is they do a celebration every night at 8 o'clock. And it's supposed to be, I think, around the world. But at 8 o'clock, they'll come out and they'll all come out in their balconies and they'll cheer for the hospital workers. And so I get to hear that every night. This is where I was telling you that Coco jumped up on the ledge. And if she would have fell, she would have fell all the way down there. Okay, I know cats have 9 lives and all that, but no, nobody could survive that fall. So you come around here, and then we have super gentrification, okay? You can't see it probably, but about 2 miles down is Ponce City Market, and that's like this new shopping area that they build. Super nice, super amazing restaurants and like a rooftop fair. It's really awesome, but it's also made the prices around here jump up, like skyrocket. So, you know, it's good and bad. And then if you come around here, you have the most amazing view of the city. So you can get that. All of Atlanta. It's a little cloudy out, but you know. Look at her. So here's Coco. She's trying to sneak outside. Hi, baby. You can go out later when I'm watching you. If you see peeking out, we have my bedroom area. So there are the bookcases that I use to separate my living space. And if you come behind those bookcases, we have my bedroom. So when I moved in, I knew that I wanted a loft bed so that I could have storage, and I have that under here. My stepdad actually helped me build this, and if you go under in here, storage underneath, you actually have to move these pallets out of the way and go under there. So I have so much stuff under there, like extra blankets and, you know, just extra clothes. I have some summer clothes under there that I need to break out. If you notice in my closet, I still have my winter boots out because if you remember, when we went to quarantine, it was chilly, so I haven't even switched over to summer clothes yet. That on the wall, that's some little paint swatches I have. I was thinking about painting the wall dark. Just a little mirror. That's Coco's blanket and pillow. It has a little cat face on there. Probably can't see, but she could care less. I just have an alarm table, my candle. I have candles everywhere. A lighter, my TV. The TV stands when I'm laying in bed. This is my view. And it's just a whole vibe.
Baby, I don't think I'd ever let you know just how deep my need is for you, more than I could show, and I could never get enough. I need a constant supply, wanna feel you inside, because baby, I enjoy the ride. You get me so high, and you get me so high. I need a.
So that was the tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that I got to show you a little bit of what you'll get for the price living in downtown Atlanta, and I got a good deal. It's much more expensive than what I got, and for the location. If you have any questions, please comment below. Let me know what you think about the space and how I've broken it up, And if you come this way, if you come to Atlanta, look me up. Or don't come this way, okay? Atlanta, we full.